Welcome aboard, Sea of Friends, your weekly Sea of Thieves voyage. I'm Last Call for Lunch.
I'm Miss Lunch Lady.
And I'm Darkest Warhawk.
Happy... What is today?
St. Patty's Day!
St. Patty's Day. I knew it was something. Before I hit to go live, I was like, say Happy Patty's Day at the beginning, and then 10 seconds later, I'm like, what day is it? What day was I saying? If you celebrate St. Patrick's Day, happy St. Patrick's Day. If you don't, then, happy Thursday. Get drunk because it's Thursday, I guess. I don't know.
There you go.
Bill, is it a big thing where you are, St. Patty's Day?
Like here in Atlanta? No, not too. I mean, I'm sure it is. I'm sure people still go out and whatnot. I think especially on a Thursday, it's not like, and maybe I'm getting old too, but it's not like my go-to thing anymore necessarily. Back home, back in like Milwaukee and whatnot, they went pretty big. A lot of people travel to Chicago. I'm sure you see that every year where they turn the river green and that whole shindig. But yeah, for me, I mean, today I actually smoked a corned beef brisket. Really, really good.
That
I needed a little bit more
amazing.
time. It was pretty on spot. I wish I had a little bit more time. I had to get back so we can get the podcast going. But they're smoking a little longer, but it was still fire. So yeah, I'm wearing my C3 green, so nobody pinches me here. But
So St. Patty's Day is like huge in the Cleveland area.
Really?
Apparently. I learned
in the Midwest area.
Savannah, it's actually apparently Savannah, Georgia. They claim it's to be like the second or third largest celebration in the country. Apparently,
that's wild.
Savannah, but yeah, I don't know.
Well,
that's cool.
It's huge here, and I don't even think about it really because it was not a big deal in Kentucky where I grew up, and so I didn't think about it when I got dressed this morning, and I was the only person in my office that did not have green on.
Oh my gosh, you're the outcast.
I totally was.
I didn't
Did
know.
everyone make a comment?
Immediately, as soon as I got to work, they were like, "Where's your green?" And I was like, what?
That's against my religion.
I didn't know St. Patty's Day till like my meeting at like 11 o'clock when someone was like, Happy St. Patty's Day, everybody. And I was like, oh, is that today? And she was like, yeah. And then I made a joke. I was like, no wonder I'm drunk. But nobody like said anything about it. But then
they all thought to razz you, but not laugh at your joke.
Yeah, okay. Exactly. I was never a big St. Patty's Day person. I don't know. Do they celebrate it in Ireland? I don't know. Or is it like an American Irish kind of celebration?
Well, a friend of mine at work today said that she actually was in Ireland one time during St. Patty's Day and that they barely acknowledged it.
They're like, whatever. Every day St. Patty's Day here.
Yeah. I think, it's a very Americanized holiday. I think they do. Like, I think some bars maybe in Ireland go and celebrate it pretty well, but I don't think it's widespread country take off the day of work to celebrate. Now, I had a roommate when I was in college, and well, one of my best friends, I guess, even growing up through high school, but he's Irish, and so for every year for it, Americanized and all that, but we always made a big deal of it by waking up super early and toasting to a few stout beers. I won't say the ones.
Yeah, my cousin would get up early and drink in the shower. He would always have a shower beer morning of St. Patty's Day. Me, I personally am like, one, I'm not Irish. I don't feel like I need to celebrate anything. If I want to get drunk, I'll just get drunk because it's Tuesday, not because it's like a holiday I don't take part in. I do like McDonald's Shamrock Shakes, though, which
there you go.
I haven't had one this year, so.
Do they disappear right after St. Patty's?
They're probably gone tomorrow. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
We should go tomorrow and get you one, baby.
We should. Did you still have those?
You should order them and be like,
am I too late?
St. Patty's Day was yesterday.
Well, they have a special one this year, an Oreo Shamrock Shake.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
As long as I don't look like a fool, I'll be fine. Again, I look like we ordered Chinese food today, and we found the menu online on Grubhub.
Very Irish of you.
Yeah, I know.
Go ahead.
And I called you couldn't order on Grubhub. It said like, they're not taking orders on Grubhub right now. So I called them, and everything I ordered was completely wrong from what the Grubhub order was. Like, I was like, can I get an order of egg rolls? And they're like, 1 egg roll? And I was like, 2 egg rolls? And they're like, all right. And then I was like, can I get an order of the fried cheese puffs? And they're like, fried cheese puffs? We got crab rangoon. It's got crab in it. And I was like, that's fine, because, I know Casey likes crab rangoon. And I was like, can I get an order of the fried pork dumplings? And they're like, pot stickers? And I was like, yeah.
Sure.
And they're like, are you looking at the online menu? And I was like, yeah. They're like, oh, okay. Yeah, it's pot stickers. And I was like, oh, okay. And an order of chicken lo mein? And they're like, okay. And I was like, oh, thank God.
Okay,
and then
that's universal.
Yeah, on the online menu it said they had like the fried sugar donuts. So I was like, do you guys have like the fried donuts? And they're like, no. And I was like, okay, well, that's it. And then
I'll call somewhere else.
When I went to go pick it up, I got there. It was like the sweetest old lady. She was like, I was like, Anthony, and she's like, oh yeah. I put a menu in the bag for you. And I was like, thank you. She was like, the online menu's wrong. That's why we don't use Grubhub. And I was like, oh, okay, sorry.
I wonder how it got so far off course.
Yeah.
And why not fix it? Like, how hard is it? I mean, I feel like they have to submit it to Grubhub. I mean, I don't know, but
it's got to be complicated when you think about all of the like manual entry that goes into those like ordering services, because you have to manually enter your entire menu by category.
Oh wow.
I mean, I can only assume, right? Because when you look at it, like you see it.
Yeah, it's not like they're going to have the exact definition that you have it in your restaurant, so that makes sense.
Right. So it probably is a lot of work actually to update that stuff.
Well, if you go on Google and look up like a restaurant, and it'll tell you like the times and the days they're open, a lot of times they'll say like this was double checked last week.
Yeah.
So like good. I don't know if that's something like Google does automatically, like, or if like the proprietors of these shops and restaurants have to like go in and like, we're still open on Sundays 5 to 3.
So I know for Google, at least, because I used to travel a lot, and I always thought it was fun to kind of just not necessarily rate restaurants. I want to sound like I'm this superstar rater or whatever going in, but I would just put my honest feedback and whatever, and take some pictures, and because sometimes Google will actually fly you out to different events if you have enough ratings and whatnot.
I'm gonna start rating everything.
You should. I mean, honestly, they bring it out to they will do well for you, and you get invited to like, if you're at the top tier, you can get to like out to Michelin restaurants and things like that if you do a lot.
How do I get?
I mean, that's a lot, and it's all free, obviously. But so by saying that, sometimes I'll receive like where I went somewhere and they'll say, "Hey, do you know the hours? Is this wheelchair accessible? Is this X, Y, and Z?" Give you a bunch of questions. And then that might be how it's also, this was reviewed last Sunday. It's not like, I don't think at least, some Google person, but just they use their feedback of all the people around that give that to say this was last updated then, I think. I mean, maybe they have to verify it. I don't know, but.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Uncle Spike's Google page. I'm going to be like the best effing pizza around with a picture of myself like this. I'm going to give them the best review, and they're going to be like, thanks for the good review. And then next time I go in to get a pizza, I'm like, I'm here for the pickup.
Hey. And you'll have to have your shirt on with your face on it. Yeah. So just like the gas station person, be like, I know you.
They're like, not this guy. Get out of here. Boaz says, I can tell you we don't celebrate St. Paddy's Day in the Netherlands. Do you guys know about St. Paddy's Day in the Netherlands? Is it, or just something that you guys are like, we're not going to celebrate that. That's dumb. Wait for him to answer back. And then we have quite a bit to talk about. Some things were announced. I don't know why I'm singing. Some things were announced today that, no. Oh, he says, no, I don't think most do. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm always curious about, like, big holidays and, like, what other countries, if they even know about them and stuff.
I mean, I think we Americans just...
make a holiday out of everything.
Exactly. We will make a holiday out of everything. There's National Hot Dog Day. There's National Peanut Butter Day. I mean,
it's whatever you can to stir businesses, help them out, or to have an excuse to be lavish. I don't know.
Yep.
If you all like stand-up comedy, go check out Jim Gaffigan's bit about holidays. It's hysterical, and how it essentially just talk about how stupid they are and how they make no sense. So yeah, a lot of stuff was announced today. if you're watching this live, then this probably pertains to you. But if you're listening to this on Monday, everything has already passed, and I apologize. So it's the 4-year anniversary of Sea of Thieves on the 20th.
Yeah.
And they announced a bunch of stuff today. But before we get into that, Boaz says we do have other Dutch holiday, though. But that is a story for another time. Well, I'd love to hear about it sometime, man. I love hearing about other countries' holidays and what y'all do for them. We in America, we eat and drink for every holiday. A ton.
Every day.
Every day is a holiday.
Every day is a holiday.
Yeah. All right, so Sea of Thieves 4-year anniversary. Very exciting. The other day on Twitter, I saw someone posted, it was like a few days ago, it was like the game has been out for like 1,456 days or something like that, which is the same amount of days that they started production on the game until it released.
Wait, how many days?
It was
14,
like,
14?
It was like 1,456 or something like that.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I was like, ooh, that's really cool. They've been working on this game. They worked on the game a lot before it launched, which is good. But so first up, the most exciting news, I guess, Golden Glory weekend, March 18th through the 21st.
It's tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. It's tomorrow until what, Monday?
Monday.
Yeah.
That solidified our plans for the weekend.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, Bill, but we had no plans except for Sunday, which we know what Sunday is. But other than that, we had no plans, and now we do.
Sunday, March 20th, Weezer's first album of 2022 is coming out.
That's right.
Yay, baby.
That's
You're
the big
so
day.
full of
That's
it.
the big day.
That's the big day. Seasons Spring comes out on the first day of spring. And if you're a Weezer fan...
Right, stop it. Weezer's not paying us for this free advertising to all of our tens of fans.
Weezers don't need to pay me for advertising. I'll advertise for free. I'll pay them to advertise, all right?
You are by getting their album.
Yeah, I know. Just remember, everybody, 4 albums this year. Spring, summer, fall, winter, on the first day of the season. Okay. Enough of Weezer.
Wow.
This is not Sea of Weezer. This is Sea of Thieves. So Golden Glory, March 18th through the 21st. We're going to be getting rich off of those forts.
Yeah.
And we're not just going to do forts. We'll do a lot of stuff.
So it's good weekend for us to get our Athena runs in, too. They're
Oh,
going up to 30.
yeah. Let's do some Athena stuff this weekend.
Do you have free weekend time, Bill?
I did.
Oh, my God.
I did.
That is
I
very
will say,
exciting.
so tomorrow, I'm pretty sure I'm good to go. I'll have to talk with Hillary, but I know I think tomorrow I'm for sure good to go. Saturday, we do have some plans in the afternoon, but that's not until like 2 or 3-ish our time. But yeah, then we'll be back. I'll be back after that. Her parents are staying with her on Saturday night, so I'll be back Saturday night.
Nice.
Then Sunday. Yeah.
Cutthroat adventure on the horizon.
This means death. If you've seen Guardians of the Galaxy.
We just watched Guardians of the Galaxy.
Loved it.
Also from the 8th, so I'm just going to say right now, everything that I'm talking about is from the 18th to the 20th. There is a login bonus. So you log in, you get the Golden Sailor Wheel for your ship. And then there is a Golden Sailor Cannon Flare that you could buy for gold from Larena, which I think is probably like... Oh, and no, there's other Cannon Flare you can buy for gold from the ship, right? Never mind. I was going to say, I think it's the only Cannon Flare you can buy for gold, but no. But yeah, it's good.
But I'm wondering what they're going to make it for. Like if it's a golden one, it looks like almost sparks or like a firework-ish esque maybe. Yeah. I wonder how much that's going to be. You think because what's the normal ones, like 100-some thousand? I think it's going to be like 500K too high.
Yeah, it's not going to be. No way. It's going to be 500. It might be 150.
2K, 200,000.
I mean, they might raise the price. It's Golden Glory. They'll just assume that people are making the money.
That's my point. You're going to make it all, and then you're going to spend it on that because I think it's only like you said, it's only available this weekend, right?
Yeah. And then next up, we have the anniversary firework crate that you can purchase from the merchants. A bunch of new anniversary fireworks. The one they showed off in the little video was gold and showed the Reaper skull.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Obviously I like it. I think it's going to be pretty sweet to see. So,
and then they will have also that the weekend a big Pirate Emporium discount. So if you had an eye on a few cosmetics, I don't know what's going to be on discount. Usually it's not everything, but if there's some stuff you've had an eye on, jump into the Emporium and see if that's on sale. Next up, we have the Rare Store discount on select items. In the video, they showed some of the things like some of the gold coins, Monopoly, a few other things.
pirate mug.
Yeah, the pirate mug. Yeah,
which I already bought.
And then they also announced they had, so not too long ago, it was like right around Christmas. Sea of Thieves announced 2 pairs of shoes, which were really, really cool.
Yeah,
and they were limited edition, and they sold out after they actually didn't sell out that quick, which I was surprised. But they just announced 3 new sets of shoes, and they all look pretty cool. There's like a white pair with a bunch of cool tchotchke all over. There's one that has a kraken on it, not the shrouded ghost. And then there's one which I think is the coolest, black with some blue, kind of looks like water and stuff, and has the Reaper compass on the inside. Really, really cool stuff. They announced more Twitch drops coming each month throughout season 6. More Twilight Hunter stuff. They didn't give out dates. They just said keep an eye on the socials and the internets and all that stuff for when that stuff drops. And then the last thing, Adventure number 2, titled Forts of the Forgotten. March 24th through April 7th.
It's my sister's birthday.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, these are all dropping on our birthday.
Yeah, I know. Season 6 on your birthday. Adventure number 2 on your sister's birthday.
Hey.
It's interesting that they announced today a Golden Glory weekend, because last night I had a dream and I woke up and I thought when I woke up I was like, oh my God, how did we miss the community weekend? For some reason in my dream, it was the season 6 community weekend where everyone was making tons of money and we all just didn't know it was happening. And when I woke up, I was like, did the community weekend happen? And it didn't, obviously.
You were ready. It's like you knew subconsciously that they were going to announce it.
Yeah, and then today they announced it. I was like, oh, what? I was just afraid that I missed it.
Yeah, I would have never thought in a million years it would have been this weekend, because I'm actually pretty semi-free. Because usually when they announce it, it's like, oh, nope, already busy.
Yeah, when Anthony texted me today to say that it was Golden Glory this weekend, I was like, you just wait and see. We're going to text Bill, and he's going to be like, I can't, guys. I got plans all weekend.
Yeah. Well, and I guess I don't know why it's such a surprise either, with it being the 4th anniversary this weekend. It kind of makes sense to just do it.
I would not know that. I mean, I love Sea of Thieves, but I couldn't tell you what day it started on.
No, that's true. But I guess with our sometimes conversations, obviously with Boaz and before about when the game launched and who
and
could play
Anthony,
first.
The Sea of Thieves historians of the crew.
I mean, come on, guys, get good.
Boaz says, "Lunch, you're so obsessed with Sea of Thieves, you even dream about it."
That's right.
This is true. Yeah, and then he just said March 20th, 2018. Yup. So yeah, that's the big stuff that they announced today. I wasn't expecting any kind of announcements or anything, so it was fun to when I saw a tweet go out that I was like, oh wow, they have a Sea of Thieves news video. It mentioned their tweet mentioned it's a new Sea of Thieves news video, talking about the adventure, and I was like, oh, when's the adventure coming out? And then that was the last thing they talked about. But the first thing right away they're like Golden Glory, and I was like, heck yeah, man. I so spoiled by Golden Glories, man.
It was funny. I mean, I feel like maybe every time we play, we always talk about it, but it's like we just talked about how, that's so much money we made today, but we always forget about Golden Glory. And here it is. Yeah.
I feel like it's always hard after we have a Golden Glory to go back to regular money, and we don't play for another 2 weeks because we're we can't deal with seeing the numbers being that different, and then give it a couple weeks and then we'll start playing again.
Only with that tall tale last week, Ghost Story now. of four four of those skulls flank the what am I blanking? Ashen skulls, man, on Golden Glory, that would have been incredible.
Dude, people are going to be fighting over the FOFs. I hate it when they fight over the FOFs.
No, we've had it good. We've been uncontested pretty much, besides that one RAP crack.
I don't know. I feel like not a lot of people fight over the FOFs nowadays. I watched
Now you screwed us, because now they're definitely going to fight over it.
I watched a Fuzzy Bond video today, and they were talking about like some of the fun that they wanted to have with the forts, because in the fort video they announced like great for role play and all this stuff. So like Fuzzy and his wife and their friend, they're like a 4-man crew. They did a FOF uncontested. They went around. I think they said they spent like an hour or so collecting. They went out and they collected a ton of treasure, including a FOF. Did some Athenas. Got a ton of Athena treasure. A ton of treasure. Went to a fort. Spent like an hour unloading the ship onto the fort. And putting treasure everywhere, and they're Reaper 5, and then I think they said they spent a total of 4 hours waiting, and nobody came.
Wow!
And they just wanted to like fight and give the winner like all this treasure.
That's actually sounds really cool to be part of. I watched Hitbot, and he went to a fort and collected 100 pineapples and ate them straight to see how long he could eat them, how fast, like how long it takes. And ironically enough, and not to ruin the video, but you should definitely go and watch it because it's pretty funny. But it took him 7.5 minutes to eat 100 pineapples, and a ancient skeleton appeared on the fort on the like as soon as he took the last bite, an ancient skelly appeared, and he's like, "Is this the way to get ancient skellies? You just gotta eat 100 pineapples?" Like, it was pretty crazy.
That's fantastic. I've seen a few people who have talked about putting stuff in the fort treasuries and then leaving, so the fort resets and the stuff they put in there don't disappear. So like you could go to a fort and then someone might have
almost like stacked.
Yeah, someone might have put like an Athena in there, and then you don't know until you unlock that door because it doesn't reset, which is kind of really cool. Zombie Ruckspin says Hippo does it right. Yeah, man, that dude's fantastic. He's just so fucking chill.
Yeah.
Before we came across Boxy, we used to like watch a lot of Hippo TC and Freemason when Freemason played a lot of Sea of Thieves.
Hippo TC. I'm a first time watcher. That was the first video I saw.
Really?
I apologize for pronouncing your name wrong. Hippo TC. If you are watching this.
I used to think it was Hitbot, like Hitbot C, or I was like, I don't know what this means. And then he talked about it. It was like he's like Hitbo TC, and his brother is like something TC or something like that. So it's like has like a thing with him and his family or whatever.
That's pretty cool.
You mentioned Mason, and we haven't watched him in forever. Has he played in a while?
He plays every once in a while, but he does a lot of like Escape from Tarkov and stuff like that nowadays. But he was always really fun too. Like
he was a great, like another like great wholesome streamer. I feel like just didn't like no toxicity.
That's where I mean, see friends right there.
Yeah, man.
We should get
him on the show. Hitbo, if you're listening, come on the show, buddy.
Come on in.
Bring Freemason. I missed him.
One thing I didn't even think about watching or even doing the new C forts too that he showed on his stream is that you can actually sell the fort keys if you want. Like, I think their loot inside is more. I think he got like 2,800 or 3,500 or something for a fort key. So I think the loot, probably the total loot inside is probably more than that. But if you need a run, I guess it's kind of crazy to just keep doing them. Maybe I don't know.
I saw a similar video. Somebody was asking, like, because in one of the loading screens for the treasury in the fort, it shows like a ghost, like captain, like skeleton captain chest, but they don't appear when you open the forts or whatever. And then it was just a video of like, where's this chest? Where's it? Oh, I found the chest. And it was somebody like selling like the key, and it popped up saying they sold like that chest. I don't know if that part was edited, but yeah, he sold the key and got like some cheddar. But
yeah, maybe that's what's coming out, because I mean they Sea Thieves also tweeted about the prison cell key not being there. Now I have no idea if that's linked to that chest or how that's going to work, but it's kind of ironic that that's popping up when it's not in the game or we don't see it. So maybe that's part of it too.
Yeah, stronghold chest, not the skeleton captain chest. Stronghold chest. Thank you, Boaz. Yeah, well, I think they tweeted that because a lot of people have been asking, like, I can't, or been talking about, like, I can't find this key. I can't find this key, and they're just like, there is no key right now. So there's got to be a key eventually. Like, why would there be a cell there? You know what I mean?
Right. No, I think it's with this tall tale. If this tall tale, or not tall tale, but this adventure.
It is called Forts of the Forgotten. Yeah.
I'm sure you get a key maybe from Bell or something and go. No spoilers.
Find what's inside the cage. That's my best Bell impression.
She's a woman. Now, and I wish I could do this person justice. Nobody was online yesterday for my normal streamers, and someone had a legit Belle costume on, and I wish I remembered her name, but like her eyes glowed. It was absolutely ridiculous. It was so cool how she did it. But speaking of Belle, sorry, tangent.
Boaz asks, was that person called Disabled Chicken? I'm not sure. That was just kind of like a YouTube short that I came across while just scrolling through YouTube, so I'm not sure who that was. But Sea Concepts YouTube page has a pretty good video about how to make like 300,000 an hour doing forts and like the best like route and best like stuff to do for it. So like I think he was saying like the best weapon to use, best like pistol is best to use because the phantoms die in one shot and the pistol reloads the fastest. So and you can like to try to get it done as fast as you can and like the best like kind of route to do it or whatever. Which I mean, the probably best route is just to do a big circle, right? Like really,
right?
So
man, that might be good. I don't use pistols, so maybe I gotta try it out there to hit my shots.
I'm a pistol lord.
Yeah, you are.
So I know Case had a question for us. What was your question, Casey?
Well, I was just wondering, the addition of rats is relatively recent to Sea of Thieves. And before I even got on a ship with rats, I turned that shit off because I don't want to see that. You know what the thing is? I don't actually have an issue with rats. I actually kind of think they're cute. But I didn't want to see things like scurrying and moving around the ship like out of the corner of my eye or something and freak out that something was on the boat. But I know you guys left them on, so I was just curious what playing was like with them on. My only experience with it is really watching streamers who play with them on.
I like having them on. I like seeing them scurry around. They never like catch me off guard to where I think it could be like something else going on. I think it adds like another depth of realism to the game. I quite enjoy them. I don't know, but plus they're kind of also kind of helpful. Like they'll let you know how much water is in your ship. So if you're not paying attention
or not listening, or yeah. I guess no. I think the same. I think I do it for the immersion. I think now I'm just like used to it when I'm playing and I'm not focusing on it, so it doesn't take away. Or I mean, I think when I first started and first had it, like, whoa, what was that? Like I'm looking out of the back of my corner of my eye, whatever for it. But now it's just kind of part of it, which is I guess good or bad, because now if I think it's a rat, maybe it's a person and then I don't know and I'm dead. But it is funny that you say like you see it on streamers, because I watch streamers and obviously, but when I watch the streamers and I see a rat, like I go away from the screen from whatever they're doing and I look at the rat. So like that somehow takes me away. But when I'm playing, like I'm like, oh, it's just a rat. And I don't even focus on it. But when I'm watching a streamer, I'm like, whoa, what was that? And it was just a rat. So I don't know, but yeah, I think I like it. I don't hear them as much either. Maybe I'm just like tuning it out, because I think before, unless they toned it down, but I feel like I could always hear like the little screech of it, and now I can't really recall that much anymore.
Do you see them even if there is not water in your ship?
Yeah, sometimes. Not
yeah.
a lot, but like if you're like down the bottom deck, you might see one like run
to a barrel or something.
Yeah. Like run away from you and stuff. Speaking of rats, we put together the boys' trampoline yesterday, and it was in the shed.
What a transition!
Yeah, well, it was in the shed.
It does connect,
and,
I promise.
So
I'm ready.
we haven't.
I thought you were talking about the boys.
Oh,
rat. Sorry.
Yeah, he's a rat.
Speaking of the rats, the boy,
the boy. No, we put together this trampoline yesterday, and it's been in there since Christmas. And so we opened up the trampoline box. I mean, we opened it up.
It's been in the shed.
Yeah,
I don't know if you said that. It's been in a shed.
It's been in the shed. So we went in the shed. We put it in the shed after he opened it up for Christmas, but we also opened up the box of the trampoline and grabbed the instructions to look at them. I never looked at them until yesterday. But so we opened up the box again, and we're taking stuff out, and we're going through, and Casey's like, oh, my God. And I'm like, what? She's like, this is a fucking mouse nest. And it was like just a bunch of shredded up cardboard and stuff. There was a mouse. I saw the mouse. He was very, very tiny, but he ran away, But this fucker was living like a king, man. So when we bought this house, the prior owner, they left some stuff in the shed. They left some lawn darts. They left cornhole. This mouse ripped open one of the cornhole bags, had a pile of corn and shit, just nibbling on it all winter long. Had bird seed everywhere in it. Like, this guy was hoarding. This guy was feasting. This guy had it made. And then we ruined it.
He had like separate spaces. Like he had his bedroom, his poop room, and his kitchen. Like it was crazy.
Oh, you guys went across a real Animal Crossing and fucked up their whole life.
Basically, I'm sure he's traumatized now. The poor thing.
He's definitely leaving the island.
The one thing that I find interesting, when it is the kid, right? Like, so I've made comments like this in the past, where like. He's 5. He will take his time and carefully get out of the car so he doesn't like fall out of the car when he's climbing out of the car. But he'll also jump across the living room from the couch to like the chair. And run down the hallway sliding on his knees, doing like air guitar solos. But yesterday we're like, I'm like, there's the mouse, there it goes. And Casey's like, what, where? And he's like, what, where? I want to see a mouse. So he comes in, he's looking for the mouse. Mr. Mouse, where are you? Come here. I don't see you. Where's the mouse? But like 10 minutes later, he's like, there's a mosquito near me. I'm like, you were just trying to pick up a mouse, man. Now you're like, get this mosquito away from me.
They don't get it. Kids don't get it.
Mosquitoes carry disease. He probably knows that. He's smart.
Well, it's also fucking March. There should not be mosquitoes.
Yeah, I was gonna say mosquito. That's crazy.
Well, it is crazy. But the town that we live in is very it's like marshy. Like that's the landscape. So it's just a very wet town.
I was gonna say swampy, and I'm like, oh no, this is not Shrek. I mean, it's not. Get out of my swamp.
No, yeah, Anthony's the ogre that lives in the swamp for sure.
Pretty much, yeah. No, yeah, we live in wetlands, so like it heats up, heated up, and the bugs came out. Yeah.
I'd say as soon as that first heat, it gets rough.
It's been nice, man. After I saw you post that picture of your smoker, and I was like, I told Casey when she came from work, I was like, I think I'm gonna smoke this weekend, and she was like, I think it's supposed to rain this weekend. I was fuck.
Today was the only day it didn't rain all this week, and tomorrow it's supposed to rain. I don't know about the weekend, but tomorrow it is. So
I think we have a 40% chance of rain on Saturday, and oddly enough, on Sunday it's going to be a high of 53 with a 60% chance of snow. Makes no sense to me.
Please explain to me how that works.
Don't get it.
Welcome to the Midwest. Yeah. That's what we always joked about in Wisconsin. It could snow one day, the next day it would rain, and then it would be 70 degrees and then chill. All within 4 days. It's like, woo! How do we have a 70-degree switch here?
The weather is the worst.
I hate it, man. I hate it.
Goddamn global warming.
Anthony, didn't you say that we had a question on Discord too?
Yeah, we do. We had a question from Orft, and he wants to know what our favorite sailing beverage is. So what does everyone like to drink when they jump on the seas? Bill, you go first.
I'll go first. Well, I don't know what my favorite beverage might be on the seas.
This is only funny if you're watching it.
Oh yeah, shoot. Sorry, I'm waving a grog around. No, I'd say probably I do. I mean, I'm a beer guy, so I do enjoy my beer. Otherwise, also a rum guy. I think that's why I fit into pirate life so well. So some rum here and there.
That's true. You and Anthony both do enjoy your rum.
Otherwise, if it's during the week, besides stream night, if it's during the week, maybe a water. Stay hydrated, kids.
H2O.
Which I realized like 5 minutes into the podcast that I forgot my water out in the living room. All right.
RB.
Case.
I think during the week, I just drink water. I'm really boring. If I were going to have a cocktail, probably something with tequila tends to be my go-to. Though lately, just because we have more of it, it's been like whiskey, like mixed drinks with whiskey in them.
Can't go wrong. I like that. Tequila. Yeah.
Well, the remember that time was it a podcasting night or just a playing night? But remember I made that whiskey drink with honey and apple juice and pumpkin pie spice, and then I looked it up, and it's actually a drink. It's called an Applejack, but it was delicious.
Okay, well, Applejack's is my favorite cereal, so send me that right over.
I think it was just a stream night.
Yeah.
And Kay said it already. I'm a rum fan. I love the rum. I'm a pirate. What can I say? But even before pirate, I just love rum.
Yeah.
Rum and not just any rum. Ever since our wedding, is that where we first got the rum? Yeah.
It's when you first introduced it to me.
Because
when I first got it too.
It was the day of our wedding. We go to the liquor store and we're like looking at alcohol, and Anthony like looks at this bottle that he thinks just looks like so cool, but it's on one of the top shelves, right? Not the bottom shelf. And he's like, I can't buy this. It's too expensive. And I'm like, baby, it's literally our wedding day. Like, if there's going to be a time that you're going to buy the expensive alcohol, today is the day. So I bought it.
Yeah. And it's my go-to rum, Bumbu rum. And it is so delicious. It's got like a hint of vanilla, some coconut. It's very, very smooth. So like my first tasting was, right before I introduced it to you, Bill.
Oh,
like I took a sip and I said, "This is good. Try it."
Same day.
I love me some rum.
But that's
21 kids.
It is a really good rum. It's very smooth.
Yeah. So that's my drink. But normally on the weekends, if it's a weekday like Case, I usually just stick to water. I don't know why I have this fear of like drinking on like a weeknight where I have and then I have to work, and then the next day I just like
then you miss a community day and you don't get golden
exactly.
Gotcha. It's crazy.
Yeah. No, I don't know why. It could be like one drink that's not going to get me feeling anything, right? And I'll be like, tomorrow I'll feel like crap, and I'll oversleep, and I can't do it, But.
No, I think too for me, it's like the pandemic. Drinking, like when we were just locked up, I don't know about you guys, but I definitely partook in like, well, F it, we can't go anywhere. It's a Tuesday. Let's have some drinks at home. Well, and now I'm kind of like, all right, got to get back to the real world.
Yeah, especially the beginning of the pandemic, because the department I worked in was so dead. Like I had nothing to do. So I could just
kind of rough.
Yeah. There's nothing going on there.
The beer industry did just fine.
Yeah. We were good. We actually, I think we had a spike in the pandemic.
The best number they've had in years.
Believe it or not, so did the craft industry. It was the best year.
Everyone's at home. Yeah, what are you going to do?
In the company's history. Well, mask making.
Oh, that too, yeah.
So now they're like comparing all of, the last 2 fiscal years past 2020 have not performed as well, and they're like, what are we going to do now? We need another pandemic.
Yeah.
We need people to buy sewing machines and cotton.
No, it's crazy how that influences so much, and like you hate it. You don't want a pandemic for the country, but that industry is like, hey, that was good. Like we thrived off of it, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. So
yeah, it's so interesting. It's wild.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Boaz, did you see Boaz's comment?
Yeah, I was gonna say he made a. Boaz says, "You forgot my question in the Discord, huh? Has been there since February. I have not forgot." So another question from the Discord was, we already know the date when you guys first sailed, but never went into detail. How was your first day on the seas? Were you alone with a group? Were you bad, or did you know what to do, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera?
Well, I'm gonna bow out of this question and just quickly say, Boaz, if you want to see my first day on the seas, let's just send him a link to that.
Twitch, or not Twitch, youtube.com/last call for lunch.
You can see it.
Yeah, you can see the first time Casey plays. Me, I played with the group. I had some friends. I had my ex girlfriend in the group with us. I know, dude. Right? I hope you're watching. No,
she's fine.
She's not. No, she's.
I thought of tequila. That's why I was doing that.
No, we're still cordial. We're still nice. We're still chill.
No, I'm just kidding.
We were pretty good. I mean, the people I used to play with were very, very, very like big, heavy PvP people. Like, so we were, I used to play with
right up your alley.
Yeah, I know. Well, I had a lot more confidence back then. I had a lot more confidence back then because everybody was on an even keel, right? Everybody was just starting off. There weren't strategies and stuff.
That's true.
And so because I was playing with people who were very, fucking killers, I was riding that high. I was a killer too. You know what I mean?
That's right.
But I knew what to do. I had been playing for a year prior to the release, so I knew a lot of what to do and what to expect. So
yeah, for me, my first day is with a dear friend of ours, Dr. Tuck. He's the one that introduced me. I know RIP. For now, in game, guys, in game. He just hasn't played in a while. That's why I said he's fine. He's fine.
Yeah, he's not dead.
He's fine.
He became a dad.
Yeah, I just talked to him the other day.
Yeah, he's a dad, and things kind of change when you got a little.
Well, and he's a big gamer. I mean, he has I'm not, so I pretty much only play the handful of games, but he spreads his attention through many games, so I don't blame him.
But I played with him, and he's if you ever get the pleasure of him being on the stream someday, he can be. He's got many faces, and I say that in a good and bad way, only because one good face is that he could be, very stressed out. Everyone's coming to kill us. You have to watch your back, which that was the night that we had him, or I had him that night. I think we stacked 4 treasure vaults. For my first time ever playing, I literally got off the Maiden's Voyage. We linked up and we just went and did 4 treasure vaults. Had a shit ton of treasure, as you can imagine. And I'm just paranoid the entire time. I hear something outside the cave. I hear whatever it might be. And I'm like, we're dead. They're coming after us. Are you sure you want to do this? Let's go turn in our treasure. Why are we holding our treasure? Like, no. We're fine. But watch your back. And I'm like, oh God, what's going to happen? I don't know these seas. So that was my first night, and I went from obviously level 0 or 1, whatever in gold quarters, up to like level 35. I think my first night. It was absolutely ridiculous. It probably was a golden glory. I had no idea at the time. I don't know, because I leveled up so quickly. I'm like, this game. I mean, not that it was easy, but it was like, damn, I went from 1 to 35 in a night. It was just ridiculous. But that was pretty fun. My first time, it was just me and him. And then he's like, if you like this game, because I wanted a different break from Call of Duty and something different. And I've always liked, looked this game, but I always thought you had to be with a bunch of people. I didn't know you could like solo sloop or do that. I'm like, I'm going to get destroyed by all these other people. So that's where I got introduced to Casey and Anthony here. And we were able to kind of take it from there. So that was my first time. Although I will say one of my first time encountering the Meg, either the Meg or the Kraken, one of the two, that diabolical music hit and struck. And I think I might have peed a little bit. Like, I was so scared at first when it struck because I had no idea what it was. And then I saw this, I'm pretty sure it was the Meg, and I saw this fin come out and it was just like swirl. I'm like, oh my God, what is this? And then we were in a brig at the time, the first time I ever experienced the Meg, and that damn jaws came out and I was freaking out. So that was probably my first time, or my very early times of the game itself. That's like kind of what hit me, and that my first time, I guess to say, is on the Sea of Thieves. Good times.
Great times.
Yeah.
I don't know. This has nothing to do with that. You ever watch the movie 3,000 Miles to Graceland?
No.
There's like it's about a bunch of Elvis impersonators that rob a casino in Las Vegas. And Kevin Costner's the bad guy, but there's a scene where he's driving on the highway and he gets pulled over by a cop, and they don't really say anything. They just but they both know that like it's an old Western showdown. So like he gets out of the car and he looks at the cop and he's like, "Nice day," and the cop's like, "Great day." So whenever people like say like "good times," I just like to be like, "Great times."
I like it. I like Kevin Costner. I'll have to give it a watch.
It's a great. It's like him, Kurt Russell, David Arquette. Who was in Heathers? Christian Slater.
90s lineup right there.
Oh, Christian Slater. Oh my god.
Oh, what a honk.
I know.
Thomas Hayden Church is like an FBI agent trying to catch him.
Boaz, when you watch the video of my first time playing Sea of Thieves, please don't be concerned. I've much improved.
Watch after Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I it's funny when you talk about that, like don't judge me. And I know you're not saying judge me, but don't reflect off of that video. But I think it's really cool to see where you think you were then to where you are now and how much you have transformed. Like, hell, power to you. You got good, girl. All right.
I know, right?
So that's a good thing.
I totally agree. Because it is not a skill that I ever thought that I would have.
Or want.
Well, that's the thing, is like, it's weird to say that I'm proud of myself, because I think like if I were to go to my mom and be like, "Mom, guess what? I stole an Athena chest yesterday." She'd be like, "Casey, I literally do not care. Go back in time, become valedictorian." And
when did you go to Greece? When did you go to Greece? I don't know. Muted?
Anthony, you're muted.
Damn it. I was saying like your mom like has like, "I'd like to listen to your guys' podcast about this video game you guys play," and then we like gave her the link, and I don't think she's like ever listened to it.
No,
Today's the
she
day.
said, I forgot. Just wait. She's gonna text me after this episode and be like, "Well, I tuned
the
in.
hell?
You shit talked me."
Yeah.
We love you. We love you.
We really do. We love her.
I could shit talk my mom and sister on this show all day long and tell them every day to listen to the show, and they would never listen to it. My family is very, very supportive of like my creativity until it involves them having to like deal with it.
Go watch it.
Yeah. My mom
Go experience it.
My mom would be like, "Have you made any new short films lately?" And I could be like, "Yeah, I made one a day all year long." And she'd be like, "Really?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, you should watch them." She'd be like, "Yeah, I'll do that later." Yeah.
But I'm just saying, it feels silly to say that like I'm proud of these skills, because it's not like something that I'm gonna make money off of or that's gonna contribute. But it's like I enjoy it, and I've spent a lot of time on it, and I feel really proud of myself, especially when you watch that first video. So Boaz, I hope that you enjoy it.
Yeah, there are people, we know some people, Case, who look down on people who spend their times playing video games. But I say, to hell with you. Get on and get.
Back off.
Yeah.
That's right. I know where you're coming from, because I kind of feel dumb, and this is maybe way out there to kind of say, but I'm pretty good at Excel, and I will call my dad from time to time to be like, "Dad, look what I created." And it's the most nerdiest thing ever, because it's a bunch
You mean like an Excel? You mean like Microsoft Excel?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You mean your spreadsheets. So like you be in there making like calculations. Like you put the cell numbers in and all that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude.
So you want to talk about nerd. That's a nerd. Right I call my dad to say, "Dad, look what I created. Look at this nested if-then statement I use with a VLOOKUP, an XLOOKUP, and a match statement." And he'd be like, "Whoa!"
I can't comprehend Excel. In my old department, I had to do something with Excel where I had to match up like what the main airline sent us to like what we had in our systems. These like two different forms that I matched them up in Excel, and it was written out for me, this like algorithm or whatever, and I still couldn't fucking do it. I was like, I just don't understand. And
it's not easy. Yeah.
Every Thursday I have a meeting with somebody, and like we go over his Excel stuff to make sure it's matching up with like my lists of things that I have going on and stuff. And I'll just see him just typing backspacing plus a minus asterisk this stuff, and I'm just like, Muhammad, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, and then I'm just making sure we take this, we add that, and then we have 35 for next month. And if we do the negative plus sign L05, we'll have 17 for next month instead. So we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to look at your page, and you're saying we can get 10. I'm going to say with your 10, we can do 15. And I'm just like, sounds good, dude.
See, so that's nerding out, man.
Yeah.
You play video games. A lot of people play video games now.
We have gone on so many tangents tonight.
Sea of tangents.
It has been a sea of tangents, but I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah. I was going to say, when you were talking about starting off back then and then getting up here and where you are now and how you feel you've gotten good and all that stuff, I was going to say, I feel since we've sailed with Boas, those 2 times, I feel like at least myself have gotten way more confident.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, confidence is half the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's staring that cannon across from you in the face. Say, I'm not going to move. I'm going to keep shooting because I know my captain's going to take me around. I know I'm going to hit my shots.
Yeah.
I'm going to board, and I'm better than you, and I'm going to kill you.
Here's
take your loot.
Here's it's not it's not a tall tale or anything, but I don't know. The other day, I don't know why. I don't know. Ever since sailing with Boas, I see a ship. I'm like, bring it on, dude. Bring it on. And the other day, a Reaper was coming at us, and we fought. And I mean, we didn't sink them, but we won.
They ran away scared.
They turned around.
They ran away
scared.
That is better than sinking them.
I don't know how they didn't sink for one. They had to have cheats on, obviously, but I don't know how they didn't. I don't know how. Miss Lunch Lady literally hit every single shot that she shot. Captain was just circling them. I boarded and killed. We took down their mass. I don't know how we didn't sink them.
They were on fire for a solid 10 minutes.
I died, I think, because I was on fire, because we couldn't even. I couldn't even get around their ship into a place where to be safe underneath. It was ridiculous. But yes, they ran away, and we never saw them again. If they were a dog, their tail was between their legs. Okay. That's where we were at.
Oh my God, the sass right now. The sass.
All right. But we do have a tall tale this week. But before that, I think we missed it last week, and maybe the week before that, or the week before. We missed it quite a bit. But it's time for your weekly boxy call. Yeah!
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 All right. So we do. Sorry, I just dropped something that's not important, but I've been fiddling with it. So we do have a tall tale, and it's a little bit different. It's been sent in by a listener. It's an audio tall tale. But the thing is, I wasn't able to set it up to play during the stream. So if you're watching us live, you're going to have to check out the podcast when it drops on Monday to listen to Boaz's one. I listened to it. It is so fantastic. Boaz, if you listen to this show, you probably know Boaz is such.
He's become our honorary 4th member.
He is such a great storyteller. When I'm like, I have a tall tale, and I go to tell a story, it's jumbled. I trip over my words. I don't know what I'm saying, and the story is probably not interesting to listen to. All right, that's why Bill usually cuts me off and takes it over, because he's he knows.
I'm like, oh wait, I thought about this portion. I'm not cutting you off, big guy. Okay?
No. I know. But
Captain, I'm not doing that. Okay.
Boaz,
Sorry.
Boaz. Took time out of his day to record a tall tale of his voyage with us. So you can listen to that right here. Enjoy.
Ahoy, Bilgewaard, pirates and folklore. It is I, Captain Jackpool, here to tell the tallest tale ever told. A tale of battle, despair, treasure, and triumph. In all seriousness, hello to all again. I am Jackpool and others, aka Boaz. I had the pleasure to sail the Sea of Friends crew last week and asked if it would be possible for me to tell a story. So this is a pre-recorded message. Guys, I had such a blast sailing with you. Seeing you in action myself, I can say you three have what it takes to be a cutthroat. Trust me on this, you have proven yourself. You definitely will be great cutthroats. As for you all listening, this is the epic tale of when the legendary Captain Jackpool, who single-handedly lured a galleon to their demise, joined the Sea of Friends crew. Let's get into it. As I awoke from my slumber, I found myself in the wilds, a dark place in the Sea of Thieves. Nature here is here wild and barely surviving. Nonetheless, here I was, on Dagger's Tooth outpost. As I put my head back on, I remember why I came here. As a trainer of the cutthroats, I am always looking for new members to join us, and this one crew caught me interest. They call themselves Sea of Friends. Quite a crew name. I was not sure to think of it. This place is not really about making friends, but it is possible. I came here to seek how they will do. As I stepped out the tavern, I found them already filling the galleon with supplies. There are 3 of them. The first one goes by the name Last Call for Lunch. I assumed the ship's cook or something who prepares, well, lunch. The second one went by the name of Darkest Warhawk. Now that is a fine pirate's name, I can get behind that. The last one was the wife of this lunch pirate, and went simply by Mrs. Lunch, a woman built strong like a ship itself. I would not dare pick a fight with her. As he filled the ship with supplies, we wondered what we would do. We were itching for a fight, but saw no ships close by, nor on the horizon. But our eyes did spot a cloud in the form of a ship. The followers of Wanda were busy again. We had to stop them. Together we set sail towards the cloud, preparing for battle. When we got close enough, the battle began. A skeleton sloop rised up from the seas on either side of our galleon. We hurried to the cannons. Men in the cannons started firing upon them, but in response they fired with cursed cannibals. We got hit with them, and we instantly felt weaker and hurt all over our body. Poison. But we knew we had to stay strong together. Lunch took the wheel, while Warwick and me kept firing on the cannons and Mrs. Lunch on the repair. We were still fighting the first wave, when suddenly a third skeleton sloop joined the other 2 to strengthen their forces against us. We then knew this was going to be a difficult fight. With the good helming of Lunch, we were able to sink all 3 sloops, but the battle has only begun. As we are busy gathering the loot, we are flanked by 2 skeleton galleons on either side. Getting blessed by both of them, I sprinted to the helm, took it in my hands and took over. I had to steer the ship in the right way, or we will find ourselves in the locker. I steered the ship so at a broadside for the cannons. We were hit by another cursed cannibal. This time, it locked the helm. I was unable to steer the ship. Just barely I avoided to hit a rock with the ship, providing the best side for the cannons for the other to keep blasting those skellies. He proved us right. One galleon got full of water and was sinking down to the bottom of the sea, providing us some time to repair the masts. I kept giving commands to the best of my action, readying the cannons for a last salvo and sinking the second galleon. We thought we had won, but the wind turns against us. "Reaper Brigadier moving towards us," Lunch called out. I turned to look and he was right. A brigantine flying the Reaper's flag was coming right for us. I gritted my teeth. Those filthy Reapers go against everything the Pirate Lord stands for. We had a new enemy. "Prepare for battle!" I let out loud, and my hands once again gripped the helm. Miens quickly turned the ship, providing us with a clear broadside to the brig. "Fire!" I let out loud as we all manned the cannon and fired upon them. But the brig responded by opening fire of their own. Chain shots. They hit our main and front mast, causing it to topple down and crippling us. But as fast as the wind itself lunged himself, grabbed the ropes, and pulled with all his might, holding the mast in place as we quickly hammered some planks in the mast to repair its wounds. Warhawk himself pulled the front mast also up and nailed a plank in it. It would have to hold for now. We passed by a small island. Warhawk jumping overboard to quickly grab some supplies from barrels we needed. Lunch and Miss Sloan were repairing the ship from its wounds. Meanwhile, I saw me chance. I filled my pockets with bloody bombs, angled a cannon, lit the fuse, climbed inside and fired myself off. It was time to show them what a real cutthroat can do. I did not land close, but the brig was too busy focusing on the loot than the battle. Dumb mistake, I thought. I climbed aboard and drew my cutlass and went for the first pirate who was too busy on the cannon. With a few slices he fell down. I then sprinted to the capstan and lowered in the water, stopping them in their tracks. A other pirate was coming right for me, but he was no match. With a well-aimed blunderbomb he also fell down. That left one, who foolishly fell overboard. As he climbed back up, he was met with a bullet between his eyes. Me rest of the crew got our ship closer, and as I hauled them off together with Warhawk, we managed to sink the brig and claim its flag. Well done, me lads. With one wave left, we quickly finished the skellies off and fished the loot out of the water. With our ship full of loot, we celebrated for our victories, and we sailed upon plunder outposts to get some good coin. But our tale does not end there. Pondering on what to do next, we decided to gather all the flames of fate and conquer the Fort of the Damned. They never did it before. Well, first time for everything. But we also want to say, well, dare I say it, we want to sail for the Rebus ourselves. I didn't like it one bit, but, as they say, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. With our plan in motion, we sailed around the seas, hunting down all the flames of fate and a ritual skull. We fought off other reapers, some sloops this time. Once again I showed them how we do it, by boarding another vessel and conforming another sinked ship. But the praise is not only for me. Doing all the fighting, the Sea of Friends crew hold the ship tight, sailing where we need to, firing the cannons and defending her against enemy boarders. I can see great potential in them. As we gathered all the flames and made way to the fort, but before we could put the flames in place, another sloop came right for us. I rang the ship's bell, signaling the others to come back right away. With an amazing boarding attempt by Warhawk and a few cannon shots, the sloops went down to the locker. Well done, me mates. With a few preparations, we opened the gateway to the Sea of the Damned, readying ourselves for a great battle to banish them. I myself let them fight the fort, to see how they would do while keeping my eye out for other ships. I didn't like the look of a faraway galleon. After a fierce fight, they were able to defeat the ghost of Grey Marrow and took the key for ourselves. They were great fighters, helping each other when needed and not showing fear. That's how a real cutthroat does it. I kept my eye on that galleon, even as the storm hit us. It was coming for us, I knew it for sure. I called the others back to the ship as the galleon approached us. Shots here and there were fired, but we couldn't get a good angle in. We sailed around in circles until my eye spotted that they were anchored near an island. Seeing our chance, I once again gripped the helm and steered us right towards them, giving again a good view, but they were prepared for us. We were met with cannonballs, chain shot, cursed cannonballs, and blunderbombs. But I had faith in my crew. They showed themselves how they can fight. I knew we could together we could do it. So we hold on tight. With enough firepower and great defending and repairing of missed lunch and lunch, we defeated them. Another win for the day. I wish I could say the fight was over. But as we went back to the fort, a single sloop was parked there. There was nobody aboard, so it was sunk pretty easily. But never did we knew the trouble that was hanging above us. As we prepared to open the vault, we heard a voice. Someone was hiding. We searched everywhere but saw no sign of him, until lunch, with a great idea, managed to keep him talking. What led me to be able to track him down and fire a blunderbuss right into his back. Better luck next time, mate. As we opened the vault, we made sure to blow up the gunpowder. We did not want to take any chances after all, and it was a good thing we did. As for why, let me tell you. As we loaded up the treasure, Lunch suddenly spotted something. Was the shadow? A bird? No. There is someone. On a ship. He's got a legendary chest! Quickly as the wind, both Lunch and Rourke went after him as the thief was trying to get away with the chest. But with 2 against 1. Well, let's just say he was dealt with swiftly. With all the loot aboard, we set sail to the Reaper's hideout, dealing once again with the same sloop who foolishly came after us. But we managed to get away, and we sold all we got, the loot of the fort and several flags we gathered over the course of our adventure. We cheered for our amazing adventure, our victories, and we raised our tankard up high. But sadly, our adventure was to an end. I had to return to the cutthroats. But I sure pat them on the back, for they have proven to show what a real cutthroat stands for. They knew how to fight, how to sail. They knew how to defend a ship, to how to deal with boarders, how to deal with ghosts, how to deal with grey marrow. They show great potential. I bid them farewell and hope to see them soon again. For when we do, there be a great surprise for them waiting.
It is really good. I think he captured the night really well. It was a really fun tall tale in general. If you follow Last Call for Lunch, shamelessly putting in his plugs here, he did a really cool video kind of telling a little bit about the tall tale itself. A little portion of it, we'll just put it, but no, very well done, Boaz. We really appreciate it, and definitely look forward to being a cutthroat, or trying to be a cutthroat on Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday.
I'm excited. I'm excited for this cutthroat adventure. I look at it every day on our calendar. Sunday it just says cutthroats. Thanks to Casey, I will not forget.
No, I'm ready too. I told Hillary. She's like, we've got plans on Saturday. I'm like, I know, and I'm like, I've got plans Sunday, and she's like, with who? Like, it's not me. Like,
with Boaz.
With Boaz, the Cutthroats. Have you ever heard of them? Like, chill, Hillary. Okay, No. She's obviously very supportive of it, but I just told her, I'm like, yeah, I've got plans too on Sunday, and now I definitely have plans because it's Golden Glory.
What?
And
Hey,
I think about this too. Like, what are the damn odds? And we didn't even plan this, guys. I don't think. I mean, we just kind of threw out some timing out when this could work, because if you don't know, Boaz is in a different part of the country, or the world, not country, different part of the world. So for us to kind of like get our timelines all gelled up and going, but what a perfect time for us to do this adventure on the 4th anniversary of Sea of Thieves. I think that's pretty special in general. So
that is perfect. Man.
That is crazy.
It's like we planned this and we did.
Oh my god!
I mean, we did. We totally did.
We totally did.
Yeah. We've been waiting this whole time
Yeah.
for the anniversary, you know.
No, but I'm super stoked. It's gonna be a good time. And again, shamelessly plugging in twitch.tv/last call for lunch. Gonna be streaming it all Sunday.
Twitch.tv/darkestwarhawk.
What?
Oh, what?
What?
That's right. You heard it here first, people. Mr. Billy Bones himself is jumping on the Twitch bandwagon. So go to his page, hit that follow. One day, hopefully, you'll be able to hit that subscribe.
Ooh.
I know I will.
We'll get there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
That's going to be it for this week's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening. We appreciate every last one of you. I had all this stuff to say that I was going to, I was telling myself earlier I was going to say, and then I fucking forgot.
Man.
Does it need to be said, or can we hold it for next week?
I'm sure I'll forget next week, too. I'll say it next week.
Well, we are continuing streaming, I think. Maybe. I don't want to speak for everyone, but we can talk about it then.
Yeah.
That's
and
true.
then send it to next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of the doc, I had some stuff I wanted to show you about. I'll show you later. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please don't have any concerns, but you can tweet at us at the Sea of Friends or email us at seaoffriendspodcast@gmail.com. Don't forget to join the Discord. You can find the link in the description to this episode below or on our Twitter page. Or if you go to Last Call for Lunch Twitch page, !Discord.
Yeah.
Is that how I normally... Do we have anything else when we end it? I suck at ending stuff.
If you have any
Gotta
questions,
say your
comments,
name.
or concerns. Did you already say that?
I think I already said that one.
Guys,
God, I
this
suck
is-
at this.
This is number 26.
Yeah, I know. I was actually talking about this the other day. If someone were to sit down and listen from the very beginning, they can listen to our voices for a full day.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. That's
A
pretty.
full 24 hours.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's pretty exciting. Until next time, I'm Last Call for Lunch.
I miss Lunch Lady.
And I'm Darkest Warhawk.
And remember, it doesn't always have to be a sea of thieves. Peace out, everybody.